Hey y'all, we got into a snowstorm today, and so I'm taking my gun down, getting this thing oiled up. Listen, WD, I just don't want this thing to rust. Alright, this is what I was telling you about earlier. I'm going to pull the mag out on it. And, I could leave it in and take the whole thing down. Here's what I was telling you about earlier. You take this thing down. You could fire this gun. Technically, you could fire this gun with no stop. You could just sit here and pow, pow, pow. Trying to take a slide rod out of this thing. I'll tell you what I'm gonna do. That makes sure that that thing doesn't. You can actually get the thing put back in there. You want to open that case up over there. This is a Harrington Richardson leatherneck, the 165 model. This is basically the teardown on it. I might as well just go and take it apart because I've got this pin in here. Y'all, don't ever take one of these things apart without putting this pin in this spring. It's a pain in the butt. That darn spring's that long. That's the way I did it last time, and it wasn't no fun. Things will go in your darn eyes. Just took the main spring out this thing first. So you got this end cap back here, and I'm probably going to be paying attention to what I'm doing rather than talking as much for this, but you got this end cap here, and you basically just grasping this thing. You basically just unscrew it until it comes loose. Just try to take it slow. Odds are you ain't gonna see a lot of these things, but I had never seen one. A buddy of mine a few weeks ago, he had this one laying on the rack, and I said, man, what in the world is that? He started telling me about it, all the history on it. So your sear is in this thing here. I mean, it's a basic. This thing ain't got but 3 moving parts in it. There's your hammer, okay. Here's your sear. Main spring goes in here. So this is your slide. Slide that back. Your main bolt carrier, essentially what we would now consider a bolt carrier on an AR. I don't know all the history on this gun, but all I know is it's got a 23-inch barrel. It's made in 1940 something, and it shoots like a house of fire, and that's about all you need to know. Things shoot good. What can I say? All right, let's see. Might have to get a rod out. I don't normally clean with WD, but this thing got wet, and that's why I'm taking it down. Now you do have to reach all the way through the receiver to clean this thing. It's late. We've been out squirrel hunting all day. Y'all have seen the video for the squirrel hunting video. And if you haven't, go over to our channel and take a look at it. But we got caught up in a horrible old snowstorm today. It was putting her down. We was out there hunting with the dog, and of course he didn't pay it no mind. But gotta have it there and that. I swear, I don't know why they can't just make it there and things to fit and be done with. You know, make the darn rod to fit the end. It's stupid. Most people think the WD-40 is a lubricant and a cleaner and all this stuff. Okay, it's not. Quit saying it is. It's not. It is a water displacing tool. It's very good at it, but that's all it does. It displaces water, and yes, it will lube up something temporarily, but it also gum up as time goes on. That's why when I lube a gun, I don't use WD-40. And I'm not endorsed by this company in any way, but when I'm lubing a gun, a knife, a choke tube, guys out there, shotguns with removable choke tubes, Ballistol. You've probably never heard of it, but look it up. Ballistol. If you would like to purchase some, you can go to StonewallCreekOutfitters.com and you can pick you up a can right there. I'm not endorsed by these companies in any way, but they're great companies to deal with, and Ballistol is one of the best things, one of the best lubes on the market today. Okay? That, in my opinion, okay? I love it. I use it a lot. It's water solutable. It's biodegradable. It's not gonna hurt you. It ain't gonna hurt your pets. Stinks to high heavens, but it ain't gonna hurt you. Guys out there, you like leather. Your leather gets wet. What happens? It gets stiff. Then you spend $100 on something trying to find something to soften it back up. This will do that too. All right. They make it in a wipe, in a spray. I like to take it and put it in a drip style bottle. You can get it from lure making companies. Bottles like this with the flip top. You can drip little drops of oil in your parts. Work really good. I'm in the shop, so I got the spray bottle in here. But when you go to Stonewall Creek, that's where you get the big can like that. I believe they also have spray tops like that. If they have some in stock, I'm not sure. Don't hold me to them having the spray tops in stock, but I do know that they have the Ballistol. So, and they also have wipes in stock by the hundreds. Y'all want 100 wipes? They can do that. But I figure I might as well clean everything up as long as I got it down. Whoa, this is gonna make for a long night. Get this thing cleaned up, clean them squirrels and all that stuff. Y'all, we got a lot of videos coming. Alright. Let me this way that I found to do this stuff. You take all your little pieces, nuts and bolts. All your little pieces. Put them all on a rag. I'll do this one separately because that's going to be a pain in the butt. Lay them all on a nice little rag. Get them out here where you can get to them. And take your WD and say, like sound effects? I do. And you take your rag, like this right yonder, and you wipe all your pieces down. Get all the junk off of them. Get the water off. Get the water out. You lay them back on your dry towel. Wipe everything down. It's gonna be oily for a few days and then it'll dry out. But biggest thing, these guns were made back in 1945. They made a 3-year run of them. I'm pretty sure it's 1945, somewhere in that run. They only had 2 or 3 years of these models. This is the 165 model. So you don't want the parts to rust. You can't just run down to the Wally World and pick you up some new parts. Okay, you ain't gonna go to Lowe's and find a new sear, or find a new handle, or find a new magazine, or find new springs. Well, you might be able to find springs, but unless you've got a machine shop, if the barrel rusts on you, you can't replace it. Okay. I mean, you're just not gonna replace it. Okay. If you mess the barrel up, so this one's got a nice barrel on it. It shoots like crazy. But anyway, so we're just wiping all these parts down, and you know, some of these parts, like especially the hammer, like it's gonna break, but if it ever wears out, you can make that piece. That's just a machined piece. But sorry thing. Anyway. Back together. Y'all just see me get everything cleaned up. So we're gonna put this bolt carrier back in here, and we'll use my high-tech bolt carrier pusher here because I'm a professional. And then we'll put this back in. This is my hammer. Slide this back up in here like that right on. My high-tech hammer pusher, which would probably been better than my other high-tech tool there. Anyway, now I'm gonna take this piece here, slide this back in here like this. Now this thing, I didn't show y'all when I took this apart, but this bolt has a notch in it, and this carrier and this charging handle has this notch in it here. So when I put this thing together, lift this up, this thing drops right into that notch. All right. Now what I'm gonna do is, see this thing got a little notch in it right here, a little pinion thing, a little pin that goes in a hole right here. When I do that, I do this first. That could have been bad. So I'm gonna put my washer back on both sides. Put my nut back on. Put my nut back on. Make sure you don't cross thread nothing. It'll just spin on like that. No, I didn't thoroughly clean the barrel, but we haven't been shooting it that much today. It's only had just maybe 10 or 15 rounds run through it since it's been deep cleaned. All right, so I'm going to take that out. That's done. Push this up. Okay, that's loose. Slide my mainspring back up in here like that. Put my end cap on here. Spray just a little bit of that ballast I was talking about on this cap. Helps actually get it on there. Keep them threads from rusting. Sucker slick down. Just like a shotgun cap, it'll get into place and then it'll start to click. When it clicks, you take your screwdriver here. The way the thumb screws on these guns are, you don't over tighten, okay? You ain't cranking on a 30-30 Winchester. Alright. The way these end caps are, these thumb screws, you can just use a flat piece of metal to take this stuff loose. These guns were made for combat. They weren't made for being real gentle with. See, the leather neck was made. See, it's working perfect now. The leather neck was made as a training rifle for the Thompson submachine gun. But rather than them sending their 45s to training, they decided that it would be best to make a 22 version. Well, when the guys came back, they wanted them at home because they loved the rifle. They're great guns. So Harrington Richardson made several different models. This is the later model. The early models were your 150s, your 151s, your 152s. This is the 165. They're marketed as a rabbit gun. They are semi-automatic. But anyway, so our mag's been wiped down. We're gonna take our stock here. Slide it all back together. Squeeze it down. Put our thumb screw back in. Give it just a tap with the screwdriver. That's all I'm gonna do. Once again, guys, don't bust your stocks and your wood and stuff by over tightening a screw. My dad stays on me about it all the time. About not over tightening because it can mess up stuff. It's not a 30-30 Winchester. Alright, folks. Thanks for watching, but that is how you take down, clean, and reassemble a Harrington Richardson leatherneck 165 model. Thank y'all. We'll see you in the skinning shed next time.